Seeking English S.A.T. Workbook, page 468, problem 2, no calculator, and I don't see any way to use a calculator. I know I'm always saying please look at the available answers to try to eliminate something as a shortcut to doing what your algebra teacher probably wants you to do. In this case, I'm going to have to make an exception to that. If you look at the answers in the book, which I'm not going to put on the board, they're reasonably complex, and any normal student who actually has any use for this video isn't going to look at them and see, oh yeah, something jumps out at me as being correct or incorrect. If you do find some way around this, it's not actually going to be faster than doing what your algebra teacher in this case, and I would incidentally agree, is a good approach, even on the S.A.T. If you think that you are going to solve quadratics like this that have answers that look like the ones in the book without using the quadratic formula, you are almost certainly mistaken. In many cases, if it's just a bunch of integers, you can somehow factor it out visually. But if you could do that, it would not produce any of the weird-looking answers that you see in the book. They don't have I in them, but they're complex enough. There is no real shortcut in this case. The shortest way around is going straight through that formula, which I'm going to tell you must memorize before the test. If you will not memorize the formula, you are going to be throwing away a massive number of points. Memorizing the formula, if you have not done it, may sound tedious to you, but the value is extremely high. It is worth. Your investment of effort will be repaid to you manifold, many times, again and again and again on the test, because it's going to come up and it's going to come up and it's going to come up. And if you don't have that formula ready, right there in your pocket to throw out onto the page in front of you, you are going to lose. You're going to lose big time. Okay, I can't overemphasize this. What's going to happen? Let's take it and put it through. What is that formula? That formula is x equals minus b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Okay, and it is important that everything is over the 2a, including that minus b. Your a in this case, okay, how do I know this is a quadratic? Okay, I'll back up. X squared, x, and that doesn't have an x because it's x to the 0. So if your algebra teacher is watching, yeah, it's x to the 0. Go ahead and ask me why. Okay, this is your a, 2. This minus 4. Minus 4 is your b. Your c is minus 5. So we just need to plug things in. If you have memorized the formula, as I have, you can just, like I said, throw it out and then start plugging things in. But I would not suggest trying to plug things in until you are sure that you have the formula correct. Okay, don't try to put your a, b, and c into the formula, okay, directly. It is much better to write it out through muscle memory first, and then plug the things in. Okay, so that becomes 2 times 2. Okay, put that 2 there. 4 times 2 times c. Okay, for reasons I'm happy to discuss with your algebra teacher, I next like to put in the c first before the b. Okay, that's a minus 5. It becomes times minus 5, and do it like that. I can take that. Okay. Your b is minus 4, so this becomes plus 4. I'm just going to write a 4, and that is already a clue to you. A clue to you what's going to happen next if you have looked at the answers in the book. Okay. B squared minus 4 squared becomes 16. Okay. From there, it's just arithmetic from there until you get to the root bracket. But looking at your answers, you don't have to select a resolved root. You can just select one of the answers that's there, and they're all reasonably complex. I will tell you this minus and this minus cancel. Okay, I'm trying to make this so that you see every possible step in the process. That was all this here. Okay, 2 times 5 times 4 is going to be 40. Showing you every possible step that I can think of. Okay, 40 plus 16 becomes 56. There. Now, this is a 4. Oh, I was getting so messy. Okay. This 4 and this 4 are reducible. Remember, put them each over their own denominator, and this happens. That 4 over 4 becomes 1, and 2 of your answers are already gone from that. This plus or minus, I'm just going to move it down here so you can see a little bit better. Oh no, what's the square root of 56 over 4? Well, I'll tell you. I'll tell you this. 2 of your answers are already gone. This 1 has it down to 2 answers. One of them has a 6 in the root bracket, the other one has a 14 in the root bracket. You don't have to factor this very far to figure out what the answer is. This 56, okay, breaks down to what? 7 times 8. That 7's not going away. It's a prime number. So no matter what you do with this 4 and that 8, that 7 is not going away. 7 is not a part of 6. So go ahead and solve the problem, if you like, to satisfy your algebra teacher, who I hope is watching. But no. Once you see that 7, you are done, because the 14 relates to the 7. The 6 does not relate to the 7, and you're done.